Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
How you doing? The kids have come to play today. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you. With all due respect, have several seats. My girls are always turned out. I give it to you straight, no chaser.
Now, here's Wendy.
Number one. Yes. Yes. Thank you for watching our show today. Say hello to my co-host, my studio audience. How you doing? I'm gonna live. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you. Thank you. Have a seat. So, yesterday after the show, I went to get my colonoscopy. And I know. Okay, first of all, I was grouchy during yesterday's show. I hadn't eaten since 12 o'clock the day before. You can't drink anything. I'm like here like a wet dog, which is why when we talked about Chloe not doing her show because she's stressed about Lamar, I'm like, I'm about to get a colonoscopy. And I know, like, for a lot of people who turn 50, you know, that is very required. But, you know, for those of us with colon cancer in our families, like my grandma, who named me Wendy, remember I was telling you the story, and then passed away. She was only 50 when she passed away of colon cancer. So on my 50th birthday, I was like, I am not ruining this year. So I will just ride around with this doctor's telephone number and ignore, you know you do that too. The smartest people can be so stupid sometimes when it comes to our health because we're so busy with life, we want to avoid the truth. I'm riding around with the telephone number and I'm like, okay, I'll get it by 50, you know, in my 51 year, not 50. So yesterday was the day and so, by the way, thank you very much, Louis Anderson. Your wellness pin I attached to my gown. Thank you. I did, I believe in it. Prior to me having it, it was my Jason who was using it for his sciatica, correct? Do you feel a little better?
A little better, thank you, Louie.
I call this the show pin, so anybody, attention Wendy staff, if anything is creaky, just come to me and you're gonna borrow it on account of Louis Anderson. And by the way, the vertigo is real. You know how I always wobble around? So they said, do you ever feel dizzy when you walk? And I said, yes. So look what they put on my wrist. On my wrist. All in all, my booty is beautiful. And I have no polyps or anything like that. But if you're one of those people, and we all are either those people, no people, who just, you know, ride around with the doctor's orders in your pocket, whether it's for a mammogram or you know, a thyroid check or your colonoscopy, you are not alone. But at some point, you've got to do it for the home team. You've got to do it. So The Voice was on last night. But I was too busy sleeping and eating on account of, you know. Anyway, but Miley Cyrus, who's an advisor this season, she stole the show, they say. You know why? She had smart talk and she changed her costume like 5 times. And I think that's what people like. They don't like a one costume situation. All right, 4 times. So anyway, so now she's been elevated. She's been given a promotion at The Voice. Next season, she's not gonna be a coach. She's going to be sitting in a chair. It's good. Along with Alicia Keys sitting in a chair. I know. Now, I think that this is fabulous. These two are taking the place of Pharrell and Christina Aguilera, who they tell me are on a little sabbatical from The Voice. But hashtag, if these two do really well, I'm sure that they will claim the chairs and then the other two will be fired. But anyway, we were talking about it in the morning meeting, and you know, I was asked, do I think that they're a good choice? Do I think that they're going to have any clashing or, you know, whatnot, like Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey did, or, you know, whatever. I said, no, they're both terrific choices, and they're both totally different people. Miley is 23 years old. These game shows, or whatever you call them, these competition shows, you want to attract younger people. So you've got to have younger people participate. And I'm not talking about as the audition people, but as the staples. Miley is fabulous. 15-year-olds are going to tune in every week to see what she's wearing, how she does her nails. And Alicia Keys and Miley Cyrus, I don't even picture them in the same league as fighting with one another. Alicia is a mom and a wife and a seasoned veteran. I mean, Miley's seasoned also. Remember, she was Hannah Montana. She's got some good advice, even through all the, what'd she smoke?
Salvia.
Salvia.
Yes, allegedly.
Salvia. Even through all the salvia and the crazy costumes and the twerking, whatnot. In my heart of hearts, I do believe that Miley Cyrus is a right person to have in a chair to advise people on how to succeed in music. And Alicia Keys, certainly New York's own, and why not? Fabulous and talented. The Voice, I think you've done the right thing. Congratulations. Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell, they're having some money problems. Well, they've been, Dwayne looks like, yeah, Wendy, we're having some money problems, okay? They filed for bankruptcy, which a lot of people file for bankruptcy. We've all learned nowadays that that doesn't always mean you have money problems. A lot of times, sometimes it means you have money problems. And other times when you file for bankruptcy, it means that you're reorganizing your finances, and there's certain people that you just don't feel like paying. Well, except on account of their $15 million in debt. How do you get out of that? When a lot of the best years have gone by. Just in terms of, you know, like she was Gina on Martin, and then she played with that hot Wayans man, Damon Wayans on My Wife and Kid. I was gonna say My Two Dads. That was a show though. Thank you. My Wife and Kids. Anyway, look, and I haven't seen him act in anything in quite a while. But he's good friends with Will Smith, and Will's got a lot of money. Do you call your rich friends for money when you get in financial troubles? Yeah. Don't call him. Anyway, look. We've got a tally of some of the things that they owe. $117,000 for 3 cars. One of the cars is a Range Rover. Allegedly $39,000 to American Express. Now, aren't you supposed to pay that bill monthly? Like, when you don't pay your bill and it's $1,000, don't they call you up in the middle of your manicure? You're messing up your nails, reaching down to pick up, hello? How do you get up to, anyway, $17,000 for a Sally Mae loan for the nephew to go to school. Now, I thought Sallie Mae was like the working man's loan. I didn't know, like these are, you know, these people have money. I mean, had money or make something. I don't know, I thought, like, you see the commercials for Sallie Mae loans, you just don't think, like, that'd be like, do Jay-Z and Beyonce take Sallie Mae loans? How does that work? Anyway, but they owe $17,000. And, you know, my honest opinion, because I like these two people, I don't see them being ostentatious. I don't see her insisting on the best European car off of a boat every year. I don't see him as insisting on the largest house in the neighborhood. In my mind, they seem like regular people who happen to be famous and know some really famous people. I think that their generosity has gotten in the way of their finances. You know what I mean? And it happens, like $17,000 for a nephew at the Sallie Mae. And all them cars, I bet you one of the cars is probably for a family member, not them. Anyway, I wish you all well, and you know, I don't see this as being anything but you're trying to reorganize your finances. Tisha, I love your new show, so congratulations. You know, I don't know where you are on Friday nights, but even if you go to the club doesn't start until 1 a.m. Right before you take your disco nap, you've got to watch the Dr. Ken show. It's on ABC at 8:30. It's so funny. It's so funny. And like I said, I haven't seen Dwayne act in a bit, but Tisha's making allegedly $45,000 per episode. That's $45,000 a week. Times 4, you do the math. First season of the show, if we all support the show, then they'll get a second season and these people can bail out. See, it costs us nothing to help them. All you have to do is have a funny bone. The show is really funny, and the little chubby boy with the striped shirt, the kids always bring it home in sitcoms. This little boy right here, woo, he's funny, he's funny. But now, just one more beat to the story, Martins. The last thing is that I hope it's not true what I'm hearing, but you're being investigated, and the Hot Topics Bureau is saying that it seems like it's true.
Yeah,
Possibly.
we have some papers.
You have the papers. Okay, well, Tisha and Dwayne are being accused of trying to hide her $45,000 Dr. Ken sitcom money from the bankruptcy court. Anyway, shout out to you, Martins. I like you both. Unfortunately, it is my duty to follow this story. Thank you. You know when you get a clean bill of health, you feel like you're living the first day of your life all over again? Like, honestly. Like, if I could do a cartwheel, I would. Remember, I can't, cause. Anyway, drama between Kanye and Jay-Z. Now, dramatical. Look, out in front of all of us and the rest of that his new album would only be Jay-Z's title website. He's broken his promise. And he's not even a woman. Because you know, women, on account of we're women, we're our minds. That's our perspective. Anyway, he broke his promise, and now he's offering his album other rivals of title. everybody here at the show had heard the album because we don't do Tidal. We do Spotify. Yeah. So I haven't heard it on account of, I've been going through stuff. However, the Hot Topics Bureau listened to the album, and the conclusion was, it's just there's a lot of noise and flutes in the background. But it's now available on Spotify. We have Spotify in the car and at the house. Are you Spotify? Yeah. Does anybody hear Tidal clap? Oh, go ahead, clap. Clap, you groupie. I'm playing. No, the lady in the glasses, she's the one. Anyway, it's also now available on Google and Apple, and the Spotify. Well, that's true there because, you go against your friend. You made a song about Kanye, you called him your brother, and now you've gone against him. Okay, business is business, I hear you in my head. All right, fine. Another sign of trouble between these two is it looks like Kanye has dumped Jay-Z's Rock Nation as his management. And replaced them to manage him, Justin Bieber's manager, Scooter Braun. And now, Scooter is cohorts with Chris's boyfriend with the big behind. Corey Gamble. Follow the bouncing ball, it all leads back to who? So, Chris, how does it feel to capture Kanye? I don't know. I think that Jay-Z and Kanye, in my mind, after hearing about the full story, from what I know, it means that these two are in trouble regarding their bromance, which is, fine. It was a big debate at the Hot Topics meeting. People were tipping chairs and throwing doors. Who is more powerful, Jay-Z or Kanye? I think it's an even playing field for two different reasons. That's me. This is me talking. For two reasons. I don't feel like talking about this much longer. But look, clap if you think it's an even playing field. Clap if you think Jay-Z's more powerful. Clap if you think Kanye is more powerful. I think they're in two different leagues. Quite frankly, I've been turned off from Kanye since he got with Kim. Because that's when all that noise music and all those flutes in the background started. I mean, he was already a little ticky boom before he got with Kim. But, like, if I were Beyonce, I would never go on a foursome dinner with Kim. Like, don't you hate, ladies, don't you hate when your guys are friends and they try to force you to go on a foursome date? I hate that. Like, you guys are over here talking about cars. What I'm gonna talk to her about? And you make small talk, but then after, anyway, let's move along. Thank you. My fingers are so cold. Tiny and T.I., congratulations. They've just welcomed their 7th baby. Now, wait a minute now. Don't shade Tiny and T.I. First of all, I feel as though they're an adorable couple. That show that they had with the kids, I don't know whether it's coming back, but we need stuff like this in our lives. Tiny had her children first, then T.I. had his kids. They have 3 together, including this new one. The new little baby's name is Aris. Now, if you pronounce the H, that would be Harris, Aris, Harris, Harris, because their last name is Harris in real life. Anyway, I just think it's so cute. And you know, Tiny's been in our lives for so long, I forgot that she even was making eggs. Like, you just think of, like Tiny, no, like I think of you as being a little bit older, but I forget we only met you as, you know, a young girl. So she's able to have kids and they have the new baby, and T.I. got pissed because the rest of his family put it out on Instagram and direct message or whatever you all do to spread the word. And T.I. gets pissed at them allegedly because he's like, I didn't even have a chance to say anything and I'm the father. This is what the problem is with family though sometimes, and friends. Like, they should just had the baby in the bathtub upstairs in the mansion and not told anybody. Anyway, but congratulations, a beautiful family is now bigger than ever.